YouTube as well, and we should be hopefully multi-screening. There we go. Bit of a reflection, but hey ho. So, welcome. Hello. 6 people already on Facebook. Blimey. A great start. I see a few people picking up already. Hello Neil, hello Darren, Bruno, hello everyone, Andy, hello. So yeah, we're here, and Ismail's here, Noah's here already. Blimey, everyone's pouring in nice and quickly and fast, and one already on YouTube as well. Nice to see. So it's a bit of a dual screen. If you're watching on both, you see we're kind of dual screening. I can't turn. Still haven't worked out how to turn the Facebook side. So most of it, you've got my ugly mug. You can see the shoulder of my boy Dylan. There he is. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can see us both quite clearly there. Oscar, hi. Ismail, King of the Castle. Kim's here as well. And Neil Smell. Is that eating haggis or just watching? There's Kim. So obviously tonight we're quite clear in I've been quite clear on what's happening. It's taken me a little bit longer. Obviously things changed, hence Dylan's here. Things changed dramatically about 5 weeks ago for him and us. So yeah, needless to say, it got a bit mad and things had to take a bit of a back burner. Hence, this has taken a little bit longer than I anticipated. But we are going to do the live draws. Before I do that, I'll go through. Majority of the rules have stayed the same season to season. GT Supercars, there has been no change in the rules at all. The WTSC side of things, the GR4 side, there has been one small change. Last year, we found the cars to be a little bit imbalanced with the tyre wear rates. So that's hopefully been addressed now. We've reduced the wear rate from an X4 down to X2. So they'll still wear, but they won't wear as fast. So certain cars won't be as hampered with the tyre wears. There has been change of cars in both series. The WTSC, the McGann Trophy, has now been dropped because it was seen to be overpowered, and that has been replaced with the Nissan GTR because the latest update on the box settings has hampered it slightly. So we've gone with the GTR for a replacement of the trophy. In Supercars, there are 4 new cars, which means 4 have bit the dust. The 4 that have bit the dust from memory, actually, can you get my book that's over there? The little red book. I can tell you exactly which cars have gone. That's the one. So the cars that have gone are the Aston Martin DBR9, the Dodge Viper, the Ford GT, and the Ferrari 458. Some a little bit overly hard to drive, some a little bit overpowered, like the Ferrari, for instance. Dino, I can see, is on YouTube. Speedy Meerkat. For some reason, he's watching on YouTube.
I'm not Meerkat. I'm not Speedy Meerkat.
Hello. That might be Smell. I can't remember who's Speedy Meerkat. No, he's Charizard something else. But yeah, so Aston Martin, Dodge Viper, Ferrari, and Ford GT are the ones that have come out. Replacing them are the Alpha 4C, the Audi R8, the Chevy Corvette C7, and the BMW Z4. Terry, you're watching it, but not even racing. True, but we do have space if you do wish to, or because I noticed your boy's taking part in the minis. If he wants to have a go in the WTSC, we have got space. There's 2 seats still available. So yeah, if he wants to, mate, let us know, and I can get him a seat in that. Even if he just wants to have a go first race, see how he goes, that's absolutely fine. Because like I say, we have got a couple of seats. Going back to the cars in GT Supercars, With the cars that have come out and gone back in, it does mean we've got a straight 50-50 split MR and FR drivetrains. So it keeps it as fair as we can. So yeah, with that said, that's pretty much the rule changes, the car changes for the season. The calendars for the seasons will go out either tonight or tomorrow morning. Depends on how much time I've got before I've got to hit the sack for bed tomorrow. Yeah, well, I'll get those calendars up as soon as I can for you all, so you can see who where we're racing, because the two calendars are completely different. But yeah, I'll try and get those out as soon as I can. Hopefully tonight, fingers crossed. So we'll move to the main reason everyone's here, and it is the draws. So I have my trusty ESR mug as always, and this has the WTSC cards in, which I will chuck in there. I have printed the cars bigger this year or this season, so we can actually see the liveries that you're having a bit better, rather than the little things I printed last time. Dylan is sat next to me because he's actually going to draw the cars for the WTSC for this season. Kim's going to draw the ones for the GT Supercars. Again, I always like to make sure someone else draws the GT Supercar ones, purely because I'm racing in it. I don't want any possibility of favoritism shown or anything like that. So that's why. So Dylan's going to draw the ESR WTSC series cars. It's going to be done in a reverse order. So Oscar Stevenson was the last person to put their name down, so he'll be the first person to get his livery. Brian Moncani will be the last, but there will still be two other draws come out of the hat afterwards as spare one and spare two. Now, spare one, spare two, that'll be the cars available for anyone who comes in. Spare one being first, spare two being second. If you do wish to change cars before the season starts, that's not a problem, but you only have those two cars to pick from, and it's not going to be a pick. If you want to change your car, there will be one spare car after that, and that is the only car that's going to be available to swap. It's the same in the GT Supercars. We've got 15 drivers there, 16 cars in the pot, one spare car, and that is the only car that you can then swap into. It will be a first come, first serve if you do wish to swap, but I will always keep you informed as to what car is available should you wish to swap. Once the season starts, so as soon as qualifying starts for race one or round one, that's it. That's your car locked, and any change will then incur the penalty. Neil, we have got liveries made, but as always, own liveries are okay to be used. I will need that screenshot. As per always, I need that screenshot for the tables and the likes and everything. So that I'll come into a little bit later on. But yes, own liveries, absolutely fine, within reason. Normal rules apply, nothing offensive, no advertising of other leagues and groups and things like that. But yeah, own liveries will be fine, but do make sure I get that that screenshot. So I'm going to give them a mix. You can't overly see it that well. I'm going to try and move it there. The bowls here, it is clear. You can see it better on YouTube as well, but I always have clear bowl to make sure that there is no favoritism. So pick away for the first one, which will be for Oscar Stevenson. And Oscar will have that one there, which is my daughter's favourite, the McDonald's livery, which is a Ford Mustang for Oscar. So the Ford Mustang is Oscar's. Next up is Bush Bondi. I hope I've said your name right. I know you've been messaging me a fair bit trying to find out information and things like that. But yeah. So I know I think you said it's about 4 o'clock in the morning over where you are at the moment. So I hope you're awake. I hope you're with us. If not, I hope you catch up. Pick away. Darren, Kim's drawing ours.
Oh, do I get cake? Cheesecake.
On there.
Yeah.
So Bush has the Panasonic Toyota based on the old F1 livery, and that is the Toyota 86. That's for Bush. Next up will be Finley Ostler, new to the series as well, and just starting out, and they'll be racing, I believe, with Dad. I'm sorry, Andrew, if I've offended you there, but I believe it's Dad racing as well. And Finley will be racing the body armor Ford Mustang as well. Ford Mustang in body armor, which is based on Ryan Blaney from NASCAR, based on his livery that he done for Kobe Bryant. Dale Griffiths returning. Hopefully he'll have everything sorted in time for round 1. I know he's probably not watching right now, but he's had a few internet issues and things like that recently. Hopefully he'll have everything sorted for race 1. And Dale will be running in the Frosties Lexus RCZ. Frosties Lexus RCZ for Dale for next season. Hopefully he'll be happy with that. Next up is Rasmus Omren, who took part in a little bit of last season before having, I can't remember what issue it was, but dropped out for a little bit. But he'll be back this season and looking for one of those top 3 spots up to GT Supercars. Dylan has picked for Rasmus. Looks like one of the new cars. It's the Nissan GTR Castrol version. I'll show it to YouTube as well.
Jamie Hillman said, when is race 1 this week?
Race 1 is a week on Friday, Jamie. Week on Friday. So that's the 20-something, 26th, something like that, I believe. I might be wrong, but somewhere around there. No, it won't be the 26th, will it? It'll be the 21st.
No, it's the 22nd.
22nd. I will get there eventually.
Okay.
But yes, a week on Friday. So Noah Wright had a couple of quick races last season, and he's now back for a full season and looking to do himself proud. And he has the Hyundai Genesis in the Team Dynamics Halfords Yuasa Racing livery. So Noah, that's the Hyundai Genesis for Noah. Next up is, I always say Nathan Fletch. I always ask every year, Nathan Fletch, Nathan John. I don't know which one it is. I've always put Fletch and you've never said anything wrong. So Nathan Fletch I'll go with for now. Yes, Brucey, you have lost your baby this time. But who knows, you might have the other version of the Genesis. But Nath will be racing in the BMW GoldenEye, the old classic 1996 BTCC BMW livery. Nath will be racing in the BMW M4. Next up is Neil Smell. I already know what your livery is going to look like. So it's going to be your classic team livery that you run. So let's have a look, see what one you'll be making up into your classic. And it will be the second Lexus RCZ, currently in the D2 colours, but I know you'll have fun changing that one into your own version. Shame, I always want to see that D2 livery. Always gets changed every year, but hey ho, it will come around one day. Jamie Hillman will be up next, and I know Jamie's car from last season, the Frosties, has already gone, so Jamie will now be running this season in the Subaru WRX Red Bull livery. I think that was actually run by Andrew Ostler last season. So Jamie will have the Red Bull livery for the upcoming season. Next up is Brucey Collins, and I know he said earlier he's lost his baby. Let's see what he has this time round. And
RCF, Nick, not RCZ.
yes, it is RCF. Because I'm so used to the RCZ at the moment, it's the one I use. Brucey, you have still kept your Hyundai Genesis, but you now have the Kyle Busch inspired M&M's livery, and I'm sure that'll please you a little bit, because you've kept the same sort of car and you've got a NASCAR based livery now. So I know you're a fan of your NASCAR, like me. So Mr. Busch will be run as Mr. Marshall, I will say, this year. Next up is Andrew Ostler, or I'm guessing Andy in commentary might even refer to you as Dad this time round, seeing as Finley will be racing alongside you. And Dad has the Mitsubishi Lancer Ripsaw livery. Yeah, it will be. It won't be long. So Mitsubishi Lancer for Andrew Ostler in Ripsaw. Next up is the guy who just about missed out is Nuno George. Just about missed out on promotion last year, but I'm sure he'll be gunning for at least promotion, maybe even the championship this time round. And Nuno shall be running the Subaru WRX RAC based livery, made famous in the WTSC as well. And finally, the last confirmed driver is Brian Moncani, coming down from GT Supercars. And Moncani will be running the other Nissan GTR based on the McNeil Independence livery. So Brian will have the GTR. Now, as I said earlier, we have 2 spare seats. So spare seat number 1, so the first person to jump in and take a place will have this livery. And that is the classic Castrol Toyota 86, based on the old Supra. That's spare number 1. So that'll be the one that whoever comes in next for a seat will get. And spare number 2, which will be the second seat available. He changed his mind last second. And that will be the Mitsubishi Lancer Pepsi Max livery. So that is for spare number 2.
Yes, Dylan will be racing at some point.
We might try to get him in there.
Me and Malcolm's apparently having some sort of charity race at some point. Apparently, that was ages ago. It was said, wasn't it?
Yes.
He versus Malcolm.
So, as I said, there will be a spare car for each league. The spare car, should anyone wish to change their car before the season or mid-season with a penalty, is the Texaco BMW M4. So the M4.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
swap car. So yes, the swap car for the WTSC will be the M4. Nath, let's see. You're saying you missed yours. Where is Nath?
Yeah.
It would have been, but I didn't have space. Nath, you are running with the BMW in the GoldenEye livery, mate. Okay. Right. So that is everything. And Dylan's going to exit stage right. That is everything for the WTSC draw. So next up, I'll bring the pot back, is the GT Supercars in our sponsor's mug. Shell Norman. And we'll give them a nice mix around. Again, Kim's now here. Hello. And Kim is now going to draw for the GT Supercars. Again, reverse order. So the person who finished 3rd last season. person who finished third last season in WTSC will be the first person drawn out the hat. So that is Nikola Stevanovic. And I hope to God I've said his surname right. So, first one, Stevanovic will be racing in that one there. Stevanovic will have the first new car at the hat, the Audi R8 in the black and pink R8 livery, if he decides to keep that one. But that will be completely up to him. Next up is Samuel, and or Sampa, I think as he's referred to in most of the races due to his PSN name. And Sampa will have, Tim's going to draw this one. Sampa, oh, I've lost my Thatchers. Sampa will have the RCZ, Peugeot RCZ, Thatcher's Hayes and Thatcher's Gold livery. I've lost my car. I love that thing. Take good care of her, Samuel. But that is your car for the season. Next up is our WTSC champion, Mr. Bruno Bottica. Bruno Bottica has, looking like the other, oh no, it's another new one. It's the BMW Z4 in Andrew Jordan's inspired Pertec livery. But obviously, Bruno, if you do wish to change your livery to one of your own, please do feel free. Next up is returnee Christian Swire, who filled in towards the end of the season last time out, and Christian will be running in. When Kim can open it, it's the other BMW Z4 in the Skittles livery. And again, Brucey will know that Skittles livery very well as a throwback livery for Carl Butch again, funny enough. Next up is Andy White, who again is returning to the series, and hopefully be looking for something that suits him down to the ground. You've obviously got rid of that Austin Martin this time round. And Andy, you have the Cat Porsche 911. So that'll be your one for the season. Porsche 911 for Andy White. Next up is Mr. Wales himself, Craig Thomas. And Craig will now be running in because he's lost his cat. Craig will run in the Mercedes SLR AMG in the Man Filters livery. I think that was Chris Wheatley's livery last season. So he'll be running in the Man Filters livery for the upcoming season. Next up is Mr. Dean Atkinson. And I know Dean's watching on YouTube because I've seen him comment a few times. And Dean will be sat waiting. Show Facebook first this time. Make Dean wait. Dean has another new car. It's the Alpha 4C, and it is a classic standard Alfa Romeo livery from, I can't remember where I found it from now, possibly some GT supercars somewhere in the world. But the 4C for Dino. No Merc. You didn't get the Merc, you got the 4C, mate. Next up is Bozidar Popovic. And he'll be looking to push forward that little bit harder yet again. Kim's struggling to open it now. And Bozidar will be running the other Peugeot RCZ with, I think it was Brian Ross's livery last season. So RCZ for Bozadar. Next up is Daniel Pius, or Damien Black, as per the surname. So let's see what Daniel or Damien, or I think it's Daniel really. I think there's some funny line for reason for his PSN, and he's got the Audi R8 in Skechers, based on a actual racing livery, but Skechers R8, not Audi R8, for Daniel. Next up is the V-Man himself, Mr. Bogdanovich, who I did see comment somewhere on
Said hi
Facebook.
to me.
So I know he's watching here somewhere. So the V-Man will be running this current season, because he'll be changing, because he was in the Ferrari, I believe. He'll be running in a Mercedes SLR, in a classic Mercedes F1 style livery as well. I think that was Dean's last year, actually. So V-Man in the Mercedes. Next up, Adam Morgan, not the touring car driver, but the namesake of. And
I don't think it is the touring car driver.
Adam, yeah, I did first time. Adam finished 5th last season in GT Supercars. So V-Man's just said, yeah, he's here. So hopefully you like your car draw. Adam will be racing in the C7 and the Valvoline inspired livery for Adam Morgan. Just this is purely so I know who's driving which as well. Next up is myself, because I finished 4th in the season, luckily. I think more to the fact that I just stuck around a little bit. But 4th place for myself, so this is my draw, and we're running a little bit low on things here. So
You've got a car.
I've got a car, that's always a start. And I will be running in.
Look away.
Oh,
Close your eyes.
I now need to look, because I now
You'll
need to
look
see
in a
what I've got.
minute.
I have Alpha 4C Martini.
Let's have a look.
That'll do. I've never driven the 4C, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Another one to learn, so a lot of learning to be done over the next couple of days. Next up is Mr. Darren Baldwin, who is the silent assassin. Thanks, Malcolm. Darren Baldwin is up next, and I know he's been sat waiting patiently,
You ready,
wondering what's
Darren?
going to up. And Darren will have drawn 4 left. Darren has, when Kim can open the page, he has the Jaguar F-Type Morrison's livery, which took the title last season with Gareth Morris at the wheel. So Darren will be running in the Jaguar F-Type. Next up is Mr. Lee Fitzy. I don't know if he's watching anywhere, but I'm sure he'll find out soon enough exactly which livery he's got. But Lee finishing runner-up last season, and unlucky not to take the title as well. So see if Lee can mount a charge somewhere, and he'll also be running the Jaguar F-Type with the Colin White Services Ginetta inspired livery for Lee. Finally, the last one to be drawn is Mr. Morris, our current champion. See if he can do something with whatever one he's drawn this time round. I'm frantically trying to remember what's left. I think there's a Porsche left and a Corvette left. Kim has the pick, and he'll be running. I think he actually ran that in season 1, the BWT Porsche 911. I remember he asked, "Is that real? Or that's not a Mickey taking livery?" But no, it is inspired by the old Force India, I think. So that's the driver, or that's the cars and liveries picked for each of the individual drivers, which obviously left one car left, which if anyone does want to swap, it is available. and it is the C7 Corvette as well, should anyone wish to change. But we shall see if everyone's happy with what they have. Which concludes the draws, really. That is pretty much it draw-wise. Like I said, I'll try and get the calendars out a little bit later on tonight. If not, then they'll go up tomorrow morning. As well, while I've got you all here, you might have seen on the Facebook page that I announced the new Monday series, which is, the idea has come from Kim, essentially. It's her idea, just been modified slightly into an endurance series, and that is the MMCCC, or Monday Multi-Car Choice Championship. The simple thing is we're going back to an hour-long endurance, because the 90 minutes didn't seem to quite work last season. So back to an hour-long endurance race. It's an 8-week-long championship with 8 different cars. Now, the idea behind this is throughout the series and throughout the 8 weeks of running, you have to use each of the 8 available cars. It's up to you which order you use. You can use one car on car number 1, week 1, car number 8, week 2. Completely up to you which way round you use them, but you have to use them all. But I'll explain it better, and it's all in the rule books as well that will come out. But I just wanted to, Roman numerals. It kind of is. But yeah, I'll explain it more in the upcoming weeks. I should say days, really, because I'm going to try and get this underway as well quickly. But yeah, that is now coming. So if you are interested, please let us know. Please give us a shout. I can get your names down. We can sort out how many leagues we're going to have, how many in each league, things like that. But a post will go up on Facebook about that in the next day or two to start getting numbers. Obviously, the sooner we get names in, sooner we can sort everything out. The sooner we can start racing again on the Monday. The only other thing is, you might have seen as well on the Facebook page I put up today. It's a bit of a trial thing, but a few people had said to me about it. But ESR, as strange as it sounds, Eldar Sim Racing is now on PGA Tour Golf 2K21. It's one of the free games this month on PlayStation Plus, if you haven't already had a look. And it's just a bit of fun. And we've set up our own society on there, which you're all invited to. Just when you go, if you do go on there, PGA 2K or PGA Golf 2K21. If you go to societies, search for ESR Golfing, you will see our society. Send a request. I'll accept it as soon as I can. And there'll be random tournaments just being run on there for a bit of fun to start with, but we'll work it up and build it up. And who knows, we might even turn it into a bit of a fun secondary sort of league in game. So, Samuel, I've turned the PlayStation off to do this, but I'll try and get hold of your request before the end of the night as well, mate. But yeah, PGA Tour, PGA Golf 2K21, free game to download this month with your PlayStation Plus, and we're gonna have a bit of fun there and have a laugh and a joke with it, and maybe even make our own mini Ryder Cup or something like that out of it. Who knows? But something to look at down the line. But I know a few people had mentioned it in passing to me. So let's give it a go. Let's expand out to another game and another chapter of ESR. But that's pretty much it. If anyone does have any questions, please do comment now. But I won't be hanging around too long for any major questions because I want to try and get the calendars up for you guys. So and spend time with the family. But yeah, we'll try and get everything sorted and up to square and things. Yes, so with I've got a plan to hopefully in time when I've got some spare time, maybe even make up my own ESR based course based on maybe some tracks or famous corners, things like that, which we can have a look at as well. So yeah, the golf side of things is just a bit of fun, but we'll see how it goes, and who knows, it might prove quite popular, and might prove that someone it could turn into something bigger. Who knows? But for now, we'll have a laugh. Dylan's wishing everyone good luck for the seasons. Vladen, the calendars will hopefully be up this evening before I go to bed. Otherwise, they'll be up tomorrow morning. I'll put them onto my phone and upload them as I walk to work or something. But all the chats and everything like that will be sorted in the next couple of days as well. So we can all have a Mickey take of each other and get to know each other as well. One thing I did just think about as well that I meant to have said earlier, stewards. We've lost a couple of the stewards that we used to have. So I'm making a slight change. The WTSC will be fully stewarded by myself. So my decision will go to any of the steward report. I'll make sure that the steward reports get done as well each week. The GT Supercars, anything that affects me will not be stewarded by myself. So anything that doesn't affect me, anything between anyone else, then that is purely, those incidents will be stewarded by myself. If it involves me, then one of the other admins will actually look into the incident and steward it as well, to the same degree, because we've got the rule book to go by. But just to be fair to you all, if it involves me or if I'm going to profit out of anything stewarding wise in the GT Supercars, then I'm going to step back from the stewarding side and someone else will. Be that Malcolm, Andy, Darren, because obviously Darren's racing as well in the league. Kim might have to stand in as well with the stewarding, but who knows? If we're going to get involved, or if we're going to profit from anything, Darren or I will not take part in the stewarding side of it. Andy, yeah, thank you very much, Andy. Certainly will give you a shout if I do need any help. What else have we got? Oscar, we did the draw earlier for WTSC. Oscar, you have the Ford Mustang. Now that is a pre-made livery for you, should you wish to use it. You can make your own should you wish, but otherwise in the next day, or probably tomorrow, I'll sort all the chats out and start getting people's car numbers, get them added, and then get them all shared on GT Sport for everyone. So you'll have that livery if you want it. You're welcome to make your own should you wish. All right. I hope that answers your question, mate. What have we got here? Just checking YouTube as well. No questions there. So if everyone is happy and everything like that, hopefully we're all set to go, and we're looking forward to a week on Friday for the start of season 4 already of this setup. It seems to be going well, so I hope everyone's enjoying it. In the meantime, we've got other bits and pieces going on. Obviously, we've got the NASCAR mini series, which finishes this Friday. Malcolm's mini series, I'm not sure if that's finished tonight or if that's carrying on, excuse me, a little bit. Vlad, penalty change for the cars up until next Friday, or week Friday, the start of the season. There is no change, but the only car available in the Supercars is the C7. So it's the only car that you can change to at the moment. If you do wish to, let me know, drop me a message, and I can swap you into the C7 on my lists and everything. So yeah, but yeah, until the season starts, essentially, till a week on Friday, there's no penalty, lads, for changing your car. So yeah, I think that's about it, really. Time to chill out, relax, and probably eat some cake, maybe, if the fish and chips go down a bit quicker. But someone out of camera shot, he's run. The boy has run for cake. How, I don't know. But yeah, that is it. That's it for tonight, and all the car draws sorted. He's quite happy. But yeah, thank you very much for everyone joining the live, and as things settle down that little bit more, we'll try and get back into our regular lives that we used to do here. But everything's all over the place a little bit at the moment. But if anyone needs any help as well, give us a shout, and I will do my absolute utmost to I'll do my absolute utmost to help you guys out. All right. So yeah, all the best, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and double thumbs up to both of you. And we'll see you all very, very soon. If not, I'll see you on Fridays on the grid. Best of luck, everyone, and enjoy it. See you soon.